Gwyneth M. Urbano, a student from STEM 12 St. Phoebe of College of the Immaculate Conception in Cabanatuan City. So this video is about cell organelles, which I will compare to a small community. This video will help you to pinpoint the organelle parts of the animal and plant cell, as well as identify the specific roles and functions of it using the small community I drew. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started! Before I show and explain the drawing I made, let me first explain what cell organelles are. Cell organelles are small organelles that separate membranous compartments within the cells of all living organisms' organs. The cell organelles have the following functions. They maintain the cell's shapes and structure. They store nutrients in order to perform cellular activities. They make proteins, gather energy, repair cell parts, and digest substances. There are 10 organelles in a cell, and they are cell membrane for animal cells, cell wall for plant cells, cytoplasm, nucleus, mitochondrion, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, vacuole, lysosomes, and chloroplast for plant cells. Now, I'll show and explain my cell smalls community analogy. Here it is. My work is not perfect, but I tried my best to make it appealing and representable. Now that you've seen the drawing I made, I'll explain why I chose that concept, what's in my drawing, and why certain parts of the small community were chosen to be cell organelles. So first and foremost, let me explain why I chose that concept. This concept came to me because I missed the place where I grew up, which is close to the sea and is located in the province of Aklan. It's not exactly like you'd see in real life. I only used that idea to create a cell or small community analogy. Next is what is in my drawing. This is the whole community I drew. And let's begin on this side, the right side of my drawing. Here, in the bottom right corner, houses, roads, and wall can be seen. Then at the center right corner, you can see the church and school. While in the top right corner, you will see the gasoline station, market, parking lot, sea, and boats bringing fresh fishes from the sea. The middle is the next part of the drawing. At the bottom middle, you can see barangay tanods, wall, cars parked, and roads. In the middle, you can see a barangay hall, small park in front of the barangay hall, vehicles parked, mini post and barangay tanods office, emergency warehouse, playground, and basketball court. And in the top middle, you can see windmills, solar panels, sea, and fruits, vegetables, and rice planted. The last part of the drawing is the left side, where you can see parked cars, wall, kubos, coconut trees, umbrellas, and beach chairs at the bottom and center left of corners, and a dump site that is far away from the sea in the top left corner. Now that you've seen what's in my drawings, let's look at what parts of the drawing I made to represent cell organelles and why I chose them. First, I have barangay tanod as the cell membrane. As we all know, the cell membrane surrounds the cell to selectively screen the kinds of substances that enter and exit the cell. In short, they are those who protect the cell, just as the barangay tanod do in my drawing, where they surround the community to screen the people who enter and exit just to protect the community. Second is the wall that surrounds the community as the cell wall. The one who protects the cell as well as giving it a structure just like the purpose of the wall into the community. They have both functions of the cell membrane in animal cells, which is to protect the cell. Third, the land of the community as the cytoplasm, the cell's main substance, encases the cell and takes up all of its space, as well as the land where other infrastructure can be seen. Land was chosen to be cytoplasm because it is also the most important substance in the community. It encases the community and occupies all the community's area. Fourth, the nucleus as the barangay hall, which is the organ that regulates cellular activities, much like the barangay hall regulates programs or activities for or via local residents. Fifth, windmills as mitochondrion, because they both produce energy or power to the cell and community. The next organ I chose was rough endoplasmic reticulum is the streets or roads, because they both have a rough structure and vehicles travels around on streets and roads. Also, one of the reasons why I chose streets or roads as rough ER because ribosomes travel by a rough ER. The seventh organ I chose as a smooth ER is the marketplace, because it manufactures the cell's need, similar to what the market does to the community people. The market provides such as proteins, fats, carbohydrates, lipids, and enzymes, then package them and send them off. The eighth organ I chose as Golgi bodies is the mini post and barangay tanod's office, because just like some barangay tanods do to the mail, they are packaged, sorted, then distributed around the cell and community. The vacuum is the next organ, which I chose to be the community's emergency warehouse, because they are both enclosed rooms for storing essential materials for the cell and community. The next organ is the lysosomes, which I chose to be the garbage dump, because it breaks down waste and extra materials by disposing them for the cell and for the community. Lastly, the chloroplast, which I chose to represent solar energy plants, since they both gather energy from the sun. We are now done discussing what are the cell organelles that represent inside the community and why do I choose them. So that's it for the video, and I hope you enjoy, understand, and know something. Bye!
Get